The other one is Puravankara, and Puravankara has had a really good run in the session today. You remember yesterday the real estate space really got clobbered. I was hurting from the term and I couldn't get it. So clobbered was the right term, and real estate pack got really clobbered in trade yesterday. But Puravankara has come out smelling really, really well, and on pretty good volumes. I might add Tamanna 3.5% higher.
But that's because of the numbers. And we have Abhishek, Kapoor Group CEO of Puravankara, speaking with us about it. Just to quickly take you through the numbers before I get to you, Abhishek, and great to have you on NDTV Profit. Welcome this afternoon. So revenues up 46%. Year on year. These are consolidated figures. The EBITDA is up nearly 80%. Margins have improved by 639 bips, and net profits are up massively at this point as well. So, we're wondering what really is happening and what is working for Puravankara. So let me start with that opening statement from you, Abhishek. What has worked this quarter, and are we seeing a base effect play out here, or have you really seen such a spectacular quarter?
Tamanna, thank you for having me on the show. Really, this is more about accounting for the business that we have been doing. In fact, when we look at our business, we look at the kind of pre-sales, the kind of operating surpluses we have generated, and where are we going with the cash flows. And if you look at all those three counts today, we have done very, very well. Our pre-sales numbers are up by about 89%. Our cash surplus is at about 822 crores. And our net operating, the margin which we have got, operating surplus, is up by 101% versus the previous year. What you are seeing are on account of deliveries. This is what has been already sold and constructed. So, I think it's more to do with how much we will deliver. In fact, in the next quarter, we are working towards getting the OC of about 2,000 apartments. Those will also start getting delivered. So this is basically all the business we have done is coming to the books now.
So you're seeing sort of business coming to the books with a bit of a lag effect. So then let's look at the outlook, Mr. Kapoor, and where you're seeing that demand grow. The large narrative has been that you're seeing demand in the luxury segment, in the upper end segment. Has that been your experience as yet? And can you talk about what kind of strategy you have, what's in the pipeline?
Look, what we are seeing is consistent demand across our mid-income to luxury category and plotted development. Currently, if you look at the contribution, about 53% of the business out of 3,967 crores come from Puravankara, 35% from Provident, and the balance 12% from Purvaland. Having said that, this is more on account of how much inventory or launches each of these brands have been able to bring to the market. At this point, the way we are seeing it, it is very homogeneous, the demand, and we believe that going forward, all of the launches that we are looking at doing under all three brands will do very, very well, because that's how the market is currently. If you look at our sustenance numbers, I mean, what we were selling last year versus what we are selling this year on ongoing projects, even those have gone up. So what it's showing is that the demand is homogeneous, and I believe that that demand will continue.
Purvaland, which is your affordable segment, has seen a bit of a dip, isn't it? Are you thinking, or are you worried that that will, deepen? You see a bit of demand erosion there?
Not at all. In fact, what we are seeing is that, we need to bring more product to the market, and the dip is only because of lack of inventory. As long as we can bring in more product to the market, I believe that we will be able to sell. In fact, in this quarter, we will do more volumes in Purvaland because we will launch a project in Bangalore, which is a plotted development, and another one, we'll open another phase in the Chennai project. So between these two and ongoing another one project in Chennai again, we should see good numbers in this quarter.
All right. Talk to us about pre-sale guidance for FY25, and what are you looking at in terms of the H2 number in actual unit deliveries?
Tamanna, as far as delivery is concerned, as I mentioned, we've already delivered 1,400 plus units. We will get OC of another 2,000 plus units, and we are going to push hard to do as much delivery as possible in the last quarter, and some may spill over to the first quarter next financial year. So that's as far as delivery is concerned. As far as launches are concerned and the forward guidance, we don't give really guidance on the numbers, but what I can say is what we have seen in the past is pretty much what is expected to continue in the future, in the sense that we have, as I mentioned earlier, grown by about 89%. If you look at a 9-month period, we were at 2,100 crores. This year, we are at 3,967 crores. For the last quarter, we believe we'll be continuing the push. We will open 4 million square foot in line with our, what we had projected in the beginning of the year in terms of square footage. We had planned to open about 7 million square foot in all of the 15 million which we were getting sanctions for. We will end up opening about 8 million of the 12 million which we'll get sanctioned for before 31st March. So we're quite confident that we'll continue to push the numbers higher. As far as FY25 is concerned, I think we will give a kind of launch pipeline for 25 in the April quarter once we finish March. But obviously the plan is that we'll continue to perform and grow the numbers beyond what we achieve in this year.
Okay, so just to clarify, your 2,500 units delivery target in H2 is on track.
Very much. You're right.
All right. Just one last question before we let you go, Mr. Kapoor, is, we're talking about a new cycle in real estate, a 3 to 5 year or maybe a 10-year horizon cycle. Are you seeing that happening in terms of actual demand on ground?
Look, in the previous cycles that I have seen there's a lot of investor demand that comes in. Currently, what we are seeing is absolutely end-user demand, and that's very, very encouraging because these are customers who are not coming and buying multiple apartments. These are customers who are buying for end use. I think that brings in a lot of depth to the demand. What we believe is the current economic activity will continue to bring in this kind of sustained demand, at least for 3 to 5 years. We don't see any challenge for sure. It could be longer. I think economy is doing well, and I'm quite hopeful that this will continue and the industry will do much, much better in the coming 3 to 5 years. I think we're in a long cycle.
Okay, he thinks, Abhishek Kapoor of Puravankara thinks we're in a long cycle. Thank you so much, Mr. Kapoor, for speaking with us.
Thank you.
This afternoon, that threefold profit growth